Secretary Hickey, thank you for your service, and we really appreciate your hard work. Hearing some of the things that you've talked about, where you've moved from a paper system to a computerized system, I think in the long run that's really going to make a difference, and I know that you're making tremendous progress there. This committee has taken the lead effort to reduce the VBA claims backlog, and this has been a resource and efficiency issue since the beginning, as you know. And I'm proud to have supported the increased appropriations, which have led to the national decline in the claims backlog. And I'm going to show you a graph here behind me. I think you have a copy of that up there in case you can't see all the details here. This increase in funding also had an initial positive impact in New Mexico, and I think you can see right about here where the money came in, and you saw a dramatic drop. But then what happened after that, we had a leveling off in terms of the claims processed, and I think most veterans would say, you know, we made some progress initially, but what happened with that? I know we have a new director of the VA in New Mexico dealing with some of the problems, but I'm wondering if you could focus in and see what's your explanation for why there's been a national decrease in the claims backlog, but in the case of New Mexico, we're seeing not only stagnated progress, but an uptick in the percentage of backlog claims?
So, Senator, I'd be happy to address that. First, I'd like to tell you your regional office, run by Chris Norton in New Mexico, is doing an awesome job. In fact, they've reduced the backlog in Albuquerque by almost 53%, and their quality is through the roof. 95% at the claim-based level, and 98.9, almost 99% at all those medical issues inside of it. So, doing an amazing job. Here's what I would share with all of you on this issue. We have not stagnated on taking the backlog down. In fact, the Monday Morning Workload Report this week shared with you that the backlog was 209,000. This morning, it's 206,000. And it will start increasingly cycling faster as we have literally cut the inventory in almost half. You will start to see over the next several months a really significant bend in the curve. Here is a phenomenon I would share with you that happens every single year. And it's I'm sorry, but I'm stuck to the way the calendar was built. The fall first quarter of every year, which you can sort of see there is when it starts to stagnate, has more federal holidays and more holidays in it that affects productivity and production. It's a fact of the calendar. You will always see us do better in the second, third, and fourth quarters routinely. So I have to try not to react to a calendar problem in the first quarter, but you will see that we have made significant progress second, third, and fourth quarters. What I will share with you is we have done that increased productivity, that 67% increase in productivity, largely because we have transformed. So to the paper issue, we can simultaneously, in parallel operations now, share the electronic record between the hospital that's got to do the exam, the reviewer who's looking at it, and the VSO who's helping move it through. All of them can see it at the same time. Couldn't do that before. We're not mailing things around. We're taking that out of the system. The centralized mail is going to take another 20 days out of the process. We're starting to see the effects of going into the full centralized mail now. Days are coming down out of the system because they're doing and scanning those in 5 days rather than 22 days. So we will see, and we will get to functional zero, I'll say that. I'm going to have people in the backlog by their choice or by the really unique circumstances of their life. But functional zero, you will agree with who is in functional zero and understand and nod their heads. And even the veteran, in many cases, who's in there will say, that was by my choice. I don't want to do the exam yet. I want to add a new contention now. I think you're going to be very happy with where Albuquerque gets. That is one station I was headed to and I got changed up on. I still have to get there, and I'm looking forward to a visit.
Well, we look forward to having you, and we look forward to working with you on continued decline in terms of those numbers. And we really appreciate, as I said before, all your work. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.